Right now, millions of people are using ChatGPT to make their lives easier. But MIT researchers have found something very disturbing. They have found out that people who use AI, which is actually most people nowadays, are slowly losing the one thing that AI can't replace: the ability to think critically. And in about 6 months, year, or 2 years maybe, people are gonna wake up and observe that they are not able to solve anything without AI. AI is going to be embedded in absolutely everything, every aspect of life, and that they are losing the critical thinking skills, the skills which are sort of the meta skills for 21st century. No matter what profession you are in, what you study, what your field of work is, if you have these skills in your bank, they're going to make you an absolute winner in this age of AI. So in this video, I'm going to cover the 4 main skills you need to protect before it is too late. Let's get started. So here is what MIT found out. They ran a study where people had to write essays and they divided people into groups of 3. One people could use ChatGPT, one people could just use Google search, and the last group was not allowed to use anything. And there was this stark finding that absolutely blew the internet a few months ago, and I actually made a video on that topic, so you can watch that in detail, and I'm not going to go into the details of the research, but to summarize it, the people who used ChatGPT to write essays showed the least amount of activity in their neural connections. They had what these researchers called cognitive debt. And the thing is, when they were asked to quote something from the essays that they had themselves written, they couldn't do that. They had such low ownership for their own work. But sure, an important caveat with the study is that it is not even peer reviewed, the sample size is less, it was approximately 50 to 70 people that they researched upon. But sure, all of this is pointing towards something, right? And I'm sure the people watching this, you guys have felt the same. When you outsource your thinking to AI, your brain starts to rot. So why does this happen? Why does using ChatGPT or Claude or any AI assistant in the wrong way makes you dumber? It all comes down to what is called the authoritarian answer trap. Like, people have now observed in the last 2-3 years since ChatGPT blew the internet that ChatGPT is very good at lying. Like, it'll give you factually incorrect answers and very confidently. Its answer is well formatted, it is structured, it is sounding confident, it is, in a way, authoritative. And don't get me wrong, it's also detailed and it has all the citations and all those things. But if you do not know better, this tone of ChatGPT, it can override the truth. Because AI is wrong a lot of the times. Even companies themselves say that their model can be wrong a lot of times, so you have to double check the facts which are important. And there was even the study from some Columbia journalism review that ChatGPT attributed about 70 to 75% of the quotes wrong, like 70% inaccuracy. That is so much of making up stuff and so much of false data presented to the readers, and then the readers taking it at face value. That is upright bad, man. In almost all of these cases, like, ChatGPT showed zero uncertainty. It was so confident. And there's even this legal case, you can research about this from the video description. It was Meta versus some other agency where the lawyer used ChatGPT to do some research, present its finding to the judge, and they were wrong. The lawyer got sanctioned. These are real consequences. But the thing is, this is not a defect or a bug. Like, this is exactly how AI systems are designed to perform. They are these giant prediction machines. They are trained to spit out the next probable word that they think fits the sentence or they think fits the logic. They are not ground truth machines. They are not hard coded. They are not based on math. Well, obviously the underlying logic is math, which powers neural nets and transformers and stuff like that, but we're not going to get into that. What I'm trying to say is that it is not deterministic, it is probabilistic. So my whole spiel is, if you are using AI without critical thinking, without the ability to think when something's off or something's missing, or when something doesn't make sense, when you do not have the ground knowledge or when you don't have the experience, when you're not questioning the AI, when you're not going deep down, you are trusting a very confident liar. So I'm not trying to say that AI is making everybody dumber. It is just a great amplifier. AI is making dumb people dumber, but AI is making smart people smarter. If you use AI to avoid thinking, if you outsource all of the hard work of figuring things out to the AI, you lose the muscle. You're not performing the reps, and hence your brain gets weaker. But if you're using AI to support your thinking as a thought partner or as somebody or something to which you can bounce your ideas off, to give you information you can evaluate, you get sharper. You are expanding what you're capable of, and then you become unbeatable. And the underground meta skill that decides which side you are on, whether AI is making you smarter or if AI is making you dumber, is called critical thinking. Now, Stanford researchers define this term very simply. You don't want to get confused by a gazillion definitions online. It is simply careful thinking directed towards a goal. That's it. That is the ability to think through problems, evaluate information, and in the end, make good decisions. And to make your life easier, I'm going to give you the 4 important sub-skills that fall under this critical thinking category that you can master, which will enhance your ability to think, improve your probability to excel in this AI era. So let's break them down. And I want to tell you that I'm not just making them up. These map directly to what the research in Stanford and Harvard has been done on critical thinking. There is a whole academic scientific framework around it, but you don't need to have a PhD to understand it. All you gotta do is subscribe to this channel. Okay, that was shameful. Sorry guys. Skill number 1, analysis. Can you spot what is missing or incorrect in AI's response? For example, if you ask ChatGPT, should I learn Python or should I learn JavaScript as my first programming language? It'll give you a beautifully formatted answers with pros and cons for both. It all sounds great, right? We've all been there. But here's what is missing. ChatGPT or Claude or whatever LLM you're using does not know what you want to learn coding for. Do you want to build websites? Do you want to do automations? Do you want to play with data? Or do you simply want to get a job? It doesn't know your goals. It does not know your constraints, your background, how fast you can pick up programming languages. All it is doing is giving you a generic answer to a problem that is so specific to you. So analysis means catching this gap. Every answer that AI gives has to go through your analysis funnel. Some of the things that you can ask AI or ask yourself while reading that answer is, what assumptions did AI make? What variables did it ignore? What is the difference between the answer that it gave and the answer that I need? So if you do not have that skill, you are taking advice that might be completely wrong for your specific situation. Skill number 2, logical thinking and problem solving. So this simply means that can you fit the AI's answer to your particular situation? Let's say ChatGPT gives you the answer to a defect or a feature. You implement it, you copy and paste, and it works. Now, at this stage, can you explain why it works? Can you break the solution down into smaller and smaller pieces and digest it and explain it to other people? Can you adopt it to your particular code base, your particular syntax, your code writing style, your own mental model or framework that you're following? Or are you just a copy pasting machine? You don't want to do that. Logical thinking means that you can decompose the answer, understand the constraints, and translate all of it to your own specific context. Basically, you understand what's going on. You're not taking the answer at face value. Again, whatever we are doing here by critically thinking about the answer that AI gave us is that we are not taking anything at face value. We are cross-checking, we are validating like problem solvers. And this matters because, as I mentioned, AI always gives you generic answers. You need to fit that particular thing into your own problem statement, because if you cannot do that, you are stuck the moment AI's answer doesn't fit in. Skill number 3, very important, judgment. Can you make decisions with incomplete information? Because when AI answers, it'll give you incomplete information because AI responds from the prompt that you gave. And as humans, we sometimes don't know what prompt to give and what to ask, and we'll ask it incomplete information. And because these models are getting better and better, we sometimes overestimate and we assume that they're going to understand what I'm thinking, they're going to make sense of it, and they're going to give me the solution that fits my problem. But the thing is, you haven't told it your entire problem. And there's this whole concept of prompt engineering and context engineering, and these companies, OpenAI, Anthropic, all these big companies have pages, documents on their website, official documentation you can read, which will allow you to give better context and better prompts to these AI systems. But even if you do that, you'll get incomplete information. Like for example, if you ask ChatGPT whether you should quit your current corporate job and join the startup or stay here, it's going to give you a generic answer with lots of incomplete pieces because it doesn't know your specific story, right? It doesn't know your financial situation. It doesn't know your risk tolerance, your goals, your aspirations. So judgment means you make the call. With all the information that it's presented, you make the final call. AI can give you the data, it can give you judgments and perspectives and all the information in this entire world, but it can't tell you what is right for you. So if you outsource judgment, if you let AI make decisions for you, you are basically letting a probability calculator run your life. That is a sad life. It is a problem. Skill number 4, questioning. And this is something that I do very rigorously, like asking follow-up questions, a bunch of follow-up questions to the AI, to the answers that I get from AI. Most people will ask a question, get an answer and move on. And sure, in some scenarios, that is absolutely fine. But for the big life decisions, for the more complex problems that are solved with the help of AI, here are some of the questions that I ask that helps me clarify my thinking while also helping AI clarify its thinking and help me understand more and help it understand more. And it's a great great back and forth stuff. And the questions that I'm talking about, the questions that I ask AI for any particular answer that it gives me with supreme confidence are: what assumptions did you make while giving this answer? Secondly, what would make this wrong? Or something like, what is the strongest argument you can give against the answer that you provided? Like when you call it out to argue the opposite, you are digging deeper. You don't let AI off the hook. You treat it like a proper tool, not like a magic machine black box thingy. You make it work for you. And that is the difference between using AI and AI using you. So those are 4 critical thinking skills that you can adopt right away, but how do you practice them? At this point of the video, you already know what the skills are and you can already start practicing them, but I'm gonna give you a quick, short guide to start practicing them in your day-to-day life. Number 1, give AI context as much as possible. Instead of writing, write this email to my boss to ask for vacation, you can say, I want to write this email to my boss to ask for vacation. These are my blockers right now. I'm working on X. I'll work on Y and Z when I come back. Z is blocking Y. And that's how I'm going to be doing this. And this is how I'm going to be doing that. And you give it all the context that you want to tell. And then it forms a proper answer. Because you're giving it what it needs to give you a good answer. And in the process of doing so, you are also actually forcing yourself to think about what you actually want, because most of the times, as I mentioned, we ourselves don't know what we want. We are over reliant on AI systems these days with how good they are getting. We want them to know what we think about without even talking about those particular things. So yeah. Point number 2, always verify and cross-check. If ChatGPT or Claude or whatever tool is giving you a statistic, a data point, a reference, always check if it is up to date, if it actually exists, and if it is saying what AI is saying it says. Okay, that made sense. Point number 3, make AI critique itself. For every response that you get, ask it to question itself, ask it to critique itself, ask it to present the opposite point of view. Force AI to show you the other side and not be biased. And then you compare both perspectives and decide. And finally, number 4, this is the final underground framework that I wanted to talk about. If you are at this point of the video, thank you so much. You are the ones who are hearing about this framework. And it is the idea of being on autopilot versus co-pilot versus being a coach. So most of the times when interacting with AI, we are on autopilot mode. We just say, do it for me. You hand everything over to AI and this is where you get dumber. And then there is co-pilot mode. You are doing it with AI. You're working together. You're bouncing off your ideas. It's a great back and forth exercise. AI handles the grunt work in this case, while you handle the thinking part. This is neutral. You stay sharp and you get work done. But then there is the coach mode, where you are using AI as a coach to teach you complex things, to understand things deeply. You are using AI to get better at thinking. And this is where you get smarter. So yeah, people winning in this AI age are not going to be the ones who are going to be prompting better or having these contexts and stuff. People succeeding in the AI age are going to be the ones who can think better. Because if you hand away your thinking, you're giving away the only skill that you're using to use AI effectively, and that is judgment. The ability to understand whether what AI gave is right or wrong. This is the master skill of 21st century. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you loved it, please hit like and subscribe. As always, it means a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.